the blood of the Nile, as told by the temple scribe of Amunisare. Here now the tale lost to scrolls and time, whispered only in the shadows of temple walls. It is the story of a king unknown to the world, yet known to the gods, a boy born in the dust and destined for the double crown of Egypt. The death of the Sun King. Pharaoh Nebmater, the living son of Ra, ruled the two lands in wisdom and might. But even the brightest sun must set, and when he passed into the afterlife, he left behind no clear air, only a riddle carved in stone. Only he with the blood of the Nile shall awaken the eye of Horus. Only he shall wear the crown of Maya. The priests were puzzled, the court in turmoil. All eyes turned to the proud crown Prince Ramses. Surely he was the heir the riddle spoke of. Surely the blood of the Nile ran through him. But the gods are not so easily fooled. The trial of the eye. Far beneath the sands, in the forbidden temple of Bastet, stood the Eye of Horus, a golden obelisk older than dynasties, guarded by silence and waiting for the one whose blood matched the rhythm of the Nile. One by one, the nobles came, warriors, princes, even Ramses himself. Each stepped forward, placing hand upon the eye, and one by one they were cast out, some by fire, some by serpent, some simply vanished into the darkness. When Ramses approached, the chamber trembled. He cried out in pride, and the eye answered, not with awakening but with fury. The walls collapsed. His name was swallowed by the tomb. The boy with no name. The palace wept. Egypt had no heir. But deep within its halls, unnoticed by lords and scribes, swept a servant boy. Kasai they called him. Quiet, clever, alone, born of no known father, raised among pots and ashes. And yet, the gods had not forgotten him. In the night, the high priestess Meritor summoned him. She spoke of dreams, of fire and gold, of an eye awakening. She placed in his hand an old cloth, a swaddling wrap bearing the mark of Nebmater. "You are the son of the sun," she whispered, "hidden for your own safety, born of a mother the court scorned, but born royal nonetheless." The awakening. And so, trembling, Kasai entered the chamber where princes had fallen. The eye stood silent, waiting. He placed his hand upon the golden stone, and the temple sang. The glyphs lit in blazing gold. The ancient mechanisms turned. The eye opened, and from within it rose the Uriah's crown, the sign of the pharaoh. The priests fell to their knees. The hidden son of Nebmater had been found. The hidden pharaoh. Kasai was crowned before the gods at Karnak, not with jewels, but with truth. He took the name Kasai, Kasai, Lord of the Sun, and he ruled not as a conqueror, but as a shepherd. For he had known the cold floors of the palace. He had known hunger. He had known what it was to be unseen. And so he saw his people, and they saw in him the justice of Ma'at. A kingdom remembers. Kasai ruled for 40 seasons. Under him, Egypt bloomed once more. And though his name was nearly lost to time, the temples still whisper. When Egypt was blind, it was the eye of Horus that saw, and it saw a servant boy, whose blood stirred the gods. Remember him, child of the Nile, for though his crown was gold, it was his heart that made him pharaoh.